Facebook, and we're taking off on YouTube now. And I just wanted to say what's going on this morning and save that thing we always do, or we used to do on Thursdays until we lost one of our amigos. And he's back today. Big round of applause. Welcome back, Chuck. We missed you so much.
Thanks, sir.
All right, and crashing. Well, let's do this first since it's been a long time. I'm not even sure we can all do it, okay? Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
We are the Three Amigos!
All right, there you go.
Just so you know, Chuck, last week we dubbed you Captain Tardy.
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, I deserved it for last week.
You did.
I was ready to make my big comeback, and my comeback wasn't ready for me.
No, we made copious amounts of fun of you, too, for not being here. So
I deserve that for sure.
All right. I mean, we did it upright. Also in the studio this morning, our brand new station manager, Michelle Williams. Yay! All right, going to give you a little extra juice there. She says I'm too controlling with the microphone.
Did I say that?
Something like that.
Something like
that.
that.
I'll put words in your mouth too, so be careful. All right. And Chuck, you're still a little hot.
Am I okay? What if I just back up a little bit?
Right. You know, and you lost a bunch of weight. You're even hotter.
I know, right?
Wow, dude.
130 pounds.
I saw a picture you posted on Facebook, and I was like, wow, that is so not Chuck. So that's what you look like, huh?
Yeah, it's starting to come back in a little bit, but I even shaved my face.
No way. Wow.
If we're going to have a chin, I might as well see it for the first time.
That's excellent. All right. I got that double chin start, and I don't like to look down because it looks like I have
Thanks
to.
to that.
Yeah. And Alan never has a double chin because look at him on the camera. He's always got a grin on his face.
Yeah, but I've got the gopher cheeks.
Gopher cheeks. So show. Yeah, you kind of do. So give that. Oh yeah, you could have some nuts in there.
Wait
Instead of just under the hat. We know you got problems there. Oh, Chuck, we've missed your political commentary.
I know, right?
And your one-sidedness.
Right. Oh, come on now. Come on.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I have astigmatism too, not just one-sidedness.
All right. I've given Alan a credit for this a couple times on the radio. What was the horrific thing you said to me a few days ago about life?
Oh, I don't remember. Are you kidding me? That was a couple days ago.
We were outside, and you said, I'm tired of waking up. And why were you tired of waking up?
Oh, because there's something bad in the news every day.
Uh-huh. Some kind of new horror that you have to wake up to.
It's a bad news day.
I've just stopped. I've just stopped watching it.
Really?
It's probably the smartest thing you could do.
Oh, man. It is probably healthier. Next Tuesday the 15th, I've got Sine from Dragonfly Wellness Center going to come in and talk about mental health.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so she did that at the beginning of the pandemic, and now with this whole Russia thing, I think we need it again. Pretty sure we need it again.
She is pretty great.
Now, I remember, back when I was probably between 12 and 14. It was right before, they brought the wall down when Reagan and Gorbachev were working together. And I went through that, and a lot of kids go through it now. I've talked to other parents, and I know my kid did, but she kind of did it with like the apocalypse and religion. But I had this huge fear that my entire family was going to die. You know, that was almost overwhelming and consuming me at 12 years old because of the threat of nuclear war,
Right.
and the pictures I'd seen of people with their skins melting off. And it was just, I had this, it like taunted my mind and scared me. And I've seen kids go through that and similar things. My daughter did it with the apocalypse and religion. She thought, she just, thought we were all going to die. And I told her, I said, I'm going to tell you what my dad told me when I went through something similar. He says, they've been telling me we're all going to die since the day I was born.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not wrong.
See, we eventually will, yes, but in an
I think everybody would be a lot safer if we'd all just go buy school desks to put in our homes.
Yeah, it would make us feel better if we could crawl under them, right?
That'll save us.
I have 16 of them in storage.
See, I always knew you were a prepper, Chuck.
Well, you gotta be ready.
And I wonder if they're going to have to start doing that now again in schools if this keeps up. Will they start doing nuclear, warning drills? Get under your desk.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Now that we're in the second Cold War.
Oh, yeah. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk in this day and age? The thing that impressed me, talking to a buddy of mine, he's like pretty down on the planet, and pretty depressed by activities on our planet for the past few years, and I always kind of tell them, hey, there's people out there that are scared like you do, are worried about the environment like you are and what the future holds for your kids and all that. There's more people thinking about it than just you, and not everybody's an idiot. And the whole thing with what's happened in Ukraine, the positive thing you can look at it is look at all the people that are pulled together.
Mm-hmm.
And working together for just what's right and just condemning what's wrong. The first time since 9/11 that Republicans and Democrats cheered together at the Capitol.
Yeah.
Right. How long have we seen that? They voted on whether to support Ukraine or not, and all but 3 agreed.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to be one of the 3 senators that voted against it.
Right.
Yeah, their career's probably over. I would hope anyway.
Because I think the whole planet's up in arms, and in the UK it seems more so.
Well, the 3 that voted against it were Russia and Korea and
No, I'm
China.
talking about our own congressmen and congresswomen.
Oh,
3
okay.
Republicans voted against it, and I wouldn't want to be one of those 3 today.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's a bad.
I think it's
thing.
probably the same too that we're chanting. Not that I'm like some huge fan of Biden's or something, but they were chanting stuff right before he started talking about his dead son, and I was just like, that is so tacky.
Wow.
But I'm sure
okay.
they were one of the 2. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to say anything on that subject.
I know you like them because they're hot, but I'm sorry. I just
they weren't wrong. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, they weren't wrong. But what an inappropriate time to do it. You could say that.
It was inappropriate. But you know what? It was also inappropriate 4 years ago when Pelosi ripped up the State of the Union speech. That was tacky.
Yeah.
Very tacky.
It happens on both sides. All right.
It does.
All right. Let's not get Alan going. Oh, my God. Alan, are you packing today?
You got me wound up now.
Are you packing?
I'm all wound up. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Because he's just actually down the hall.
We watched old episodes of Chopped instead of the State of the Union address.
Yeah. Yeah? All right. How was that?
Yeah. Oh, it was fantastic.
All right. I think you should probably watch anything but the news right now. At least limit, if you're curious, at least limit your intake. Don't
I get my
spend all
news from
day.
Facebook.
And don't stay on CNN all day.
Oh, Chuck.
Oh, Chuck.
Man.
I was kidding.
All right. Let's
Come on now.
let's do some weather. So much better. 42 for a high today. Cloudy skies. Periods of light rain are possible. 80% chance of precip. 25% chance tonight. Down to 30 with fog. I love fog. Anybody else like fog? Fog? Nobody?
No.
Well, I do
No.
if I don't have to drive it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The fog. I like it in those few times a year where you get like the misty ground stuff. That's kind of cool.
I saw today we have a low air quality advisory.
Oh, yeah. It's been kind of socked in for a few days. So with this
Yeah.
gray. All right. That's what I said. Was it yesterday with Brandon? I said, it had rained, and I opened the door and thought I'd get some fresh air, not realizing that basically all the snow's melted, so all the rotten leaves are on the ground. And I said, downtown smells musty.
Which is better than the usual.
Wow, Chuck. I don't know. I've never noticed a bad smell downtown till right now.
I'm
All
just
right.
kidding.
All right. Let's see. Friday, it's going to get better. 45 and 26 with afternoon sunshine, just a 10% chance of precip. Weekend looking good. Mostly sunny Saturday, 45 and 24. And then Sunday, 46 and 26. Monday right now, partly cloudy, 47 and 29. Very, very slim chances of rain each day. Just be aware with, especially on maybe Friday night, possibly Saturday, when those overnight lows dip down, you might have some black ice and stuff out there. So
Yikes.
be safe.
Yeah,
Be safe.
Those lows don't look very nice.
No. But the daytime high,
Yeah.
enjoy. All right. Mr. Milani, traffic report. Highway 395.
Nothing but deer on the road right now.
Nice. So
Yeah.
On the road?
On the road.
it's wide open.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
were just outside of Chihuahua. There was a family of 3 deer that I almost dispatched by accident.
Hitchhiking again, were they?
Yeah.
So
But roads are
dangerous.
good. Roads are clear.
All right.
Traffic's moving nicely.
All right. I thought you might enjoy that.
Last night or yesterday afternoon driving back from Colville, there was geese all over the road. Or not
Geese?
geese, turkeys all over the road.
Oh.
Turkeys, not geese.
All right. Did you accidentally go turkey bowling?
No, we didn't.
No turkey bowling. Oh.
No, they got out of the way fast enough.
All right.
I don't think you could do much damage to a turkey in a Prius.
Don't sacrifice your car like that. It's not worth it.
You could give them a concussion or something.
Oh, man. That's good.
Sorry, Chuck. I'm just
Oh, first Prius joke since we've been back.
Right?
1,000
I'm
points
sure-
for Alan. Yay. Whoop, whoop.
I'd be surprised if you didn't make him while I was gone.
Oh, well, we did for like a few weeks, and then you were gone so long it got old, so we had to stop.
You forgot I was even around.
Yeah, did you notice the first couple months I was sending you like show invites, but then I just stopped.
I did. I know, right? I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what happened? Did he forget about me?
Yeah, right.
I
But
was wondering if I was even going to be let back on the air.
I felt bad. You had to ask and text me and ask if it was okay to come back on there. Of course it is, Chuck.
Well, there were the couple times when I, called you and I'm like, I think I'm ready to come back on the air, Scott.
So you've been through quite an ordeal, and you said
Yeah.
it was all caused by a vitamin deficiency, which makes me want to tell everybody to take their vitamins.
Right.
Because
Well, I had
it was
surgery
pretty
on my
horrific, right?
I had surgery on my stomach in September, and then I had they're not sure what happened. I got a bacterial infection somehow. It might have been from the antibiotics after surgery. The surgery itself healed just fine, but then I got sick and started, I got sick for about a month and couldn't eat, couldn't drink for the whole time. And then all of a sudden the whole time my legs were going numb, and then the Thanksgiving night I fell and I couldn't get back up.
Wow.
And then ended up in the hospital for a little over a month. And then I came home in a wheelchair with my legs not working because my central nervous system had started shutting down because I had a thiamine deficiency.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And then you lost your voice too. So something
Yeah,
it caused
it-
something
it
like
aff-
that with that, right?
It affected my eyesight, my voice, my sense of taste. That still comes and goes. I had swelling in my brain. All kinds of fun stuff. It was great.
That's something I'd brag about, or at least I know Alan would. Hey, I've got swelling in my brain.
It kind of sounds like second puberty.
Lay off me.
Well, we're very happy you're back and you're feeling better. And dude, you look awesome. I mean,
Thank you.
I mean, being sick probably helped with some of the weight loss, but you're looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I lost a bunch during that. That was fun.
All right, but you're looking good, and
Thank
you
you.
seem to
Thank
be
you.
in good spirits. And I imagine that was horribly scary and depressing. And I know you like to overshare, so I'm not afraid to ask you this. But I'm sure I would have to use colorful words that I can't say on the radio to wake up or to fall down and not be able to get back up. I mean, I realize it's going to happen to me someday soon, but that had to be something horrible to go through, huh?
It was, I felt so bad otherwise that it was just like, okay, well, now this, it was just kind of everything stacking on itself. And at the time when that happened, the room was spinning and I was getting like bouts of vertigo that were lasting, an hour long. So it was at the time kind of the least of my concerns.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I thought for a little bit, maybe I was dying.
that's the next thing I was going to say. I bet you kind of thought in your head, is this the end, huh?
For a little bit, not too much, but there was a little like, am I gonna make it through this, or do I want to?
Now the nice thing for you is you got 3 women in the house. So have you used this to your full advantage? I need this. Hey, honey, can you get this for me? Oh, I'd really like some chips. Hint, hint.
Yeah, everybody's been really helpful. Laura's been helping out a lot, and my kids have really stepped up and really,
All right.
my daughter, one of my daughters, she's on top of it with keeping the kitchen clean and keeping everybody in line. So
All right. So
it's been great.
some applause for Laura and the girls then.
Yeah.
Yay!
Although Laura's being run ragged with all the between her stuff and doctor's appointments and all the errands and stuff that I used to run, she's got to do all that now.
Well, the rest of us have all been complaining while you were gone about COVID,
Right.
and there are little inconveniences in life. So you're going through all that.
Is that
Plus,
still
it
Is that
is.
still happening?
And by the way, there's a chance of nuclear war now. Just kind of ignore that.
Just throw that in there.
Yeah, but going through all of that, along with we're all still complaining about the pandemic, and you can always look around and find somebody that's got it worse than you.
Well, it was bad when the whole time I was in the hospital. I couldn't see my kids because there were no kids allowed in the hospital because of the pandemic.
Sure. Wow. So that made it really tough too, right?
Yeah, they did send me a Christmas tree that I had up in my room, though. It was beautiful.
Aw. So you spent Christmas alone in the hospital?
No, I came back 3 days before Christmas.
Oh, good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, so I made it back just in time.
All right. And through that whole stint, never caught any COVID?
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow.
No, they were careful in the hospital, and I was in the neurology unit, so it wasn't it was very controlled. And
So I have a buddy that had heart surgery yesterday, and day before yesterday, and he said that the COVID is so bad over there in Wenatchee, and their hospital's having such a hard time still. We're forgetting about it because they said you can take off your mask, whatever, in a week or so. So they actually put him up rather than keeping him in, since he was like an outpatient kind of anyways, because he had come over for this, heart procedure. They put him up in a hotel so he would not be in the hospital because COVID was so bad.
Wow.
Just to keep them safe. And I thought, that's crazy they're going through. I mean, good for the hotels in Wenatchee. They got the hospital, renting rooms
well,
like crazy.
the hospitals are still overrun. The emergency room at the Sacred Heart in Spokane looked like some post-apocalyptic movie. People on stretchers in the hallway and laying on the floors. It's no joke, and it's still out there.
Well, it looks like everybody's ignoring it unless they're sick.
Right.
And then it's kind of in your face.
In Eastern Washington, anyway.
All right. So the craziness in the airways, all the crazy stuff that's gone on planes. I think COVID triggered it a lot because we've had planes for decades and decades, and people never tried to open doors before, or punch stewardesses in the face, or try to stab the person next to them with an ink pen, or whatever it happens to be. Now we have a pilot who was removed from a JetBlue airplane, admitting he'd had 7 or 8 drinks.
Wow. Wow.
The party plane.
This is Captain Overunder. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff this plane will do. In just a minute, I'm going to fly this JetBlue 737 upside down.
Hold my beer.
Be advised.
You're the co-pilot, Chuck.
Oh.
Here, hold my beer. All right. Scary stuff. There you go.
That's crazy.
Years ago, Southwest used to do a comedy show. I haven't flown in so long. Do they still do that? Like when they're warming you up and telling you about, water landings and stuff like that, they turned it into like a comedy routine, and the captain would make jokes too.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. So you're getting on the plane, you're waiting, for it to taxi or whatever, and they're doing their comedy show with, what to put your head between your legs, that kind of stuff. And they'd say something like, in the event of a water landing, and the pilot will interrupt and go, yeah, we won't be flying over any water. So it was really, but I heard they'd stopped doing that. But it was always a free for all too. When you got on, it was like, pick your seat. Oh yeah, it's elbows.
Seriously?
And shoving. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, Southwest doesn't do assigned seating.
Oh yeah, because you always want to get to the back of the plane. That's where the fun is.
Right.
I've never flown with them. I didn't know all this stuff.
I don't think they're quite as comedic anymore with everything that's going on. I'm sure they put a squash on that. But it used to be fun.
On the plus side, I have lost enough weight now. I can now put my head between my legs.
Nice.
So that's nice.
I can't even do that.
All right. We'll file that under something coming up later called Things You Didn't Know Yesterday.
Wacky but true.
Exactly.
Wacky but true. Yeah, we'll fit it in there too. All right. Have you guys, you remember how this works, Chuck? We usually go into like bits and breaks next, and you guys go.
I don't remember much.
All
Scott.
right. So I'll direct you. Go down.
Of course, I remember.
Okay, let's go down to bits and breaks. There was one of them about a TikTok. I think it was the quote of the week. All right, let the boys catch up, and myself too. I was not prepared either.
I'm looking.
Oh, okay. Bits and breaks. This is a good one to talk about, Alan. What's the best smell on the earth?
Fresh rain on hot asphalt.
Ooh, that is a good one.
I love that smell.
You know, I was gonna go with petrichor,
Petrichor.
which is the smell of fresh rain. When the fresh rain first hits the dry earth.
Oh,
that smell. That's petrichor.
Oh,
you know what? I think I read that a couple of days ago.
I thought the smell was ozone because it was creating ozone.
Well, the phenomenon is called petrichor. I don't know.
Oh, petrichor.
Interesting.
But right along the line of what Alan was saying. So.
All right, we totally miss your useless information, Chuck.
I know, right? How could,
you don't know this,
you
Michelle, but
possibly live
anything you
without
come
it?
up with, he's got something for.
Gotcha.
All right, he is an
I'm a nerd.
encyclopedia. You are a
He's
nerd.
like
I love
the
you.
trivia king.
Are you like the trivia nerd, or like do you like full on go like D&D nerd too?
No, I've never gotten into that. But you know, my friends used to call me Cliff
I
Player.
might be
so
nerdier
there's
than
that.
you then.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on.
Different. I'm a trivia nerd.
Chuck, nobody's going to judge you for playing D&D. You can admit it.
Come on.
Oh, I would. I don't. It's too much for me.
Totally
I can't
seems
understand
you.
it.
Yeah. It
No,
totally
I've
seems
tried.
you.
It is way too in depth for me.
All right. Best smell on the planet, I would say Mom's chicken soup. She has a special way of doing her chicken soup, and just that smell is comfort food all just by itself, right?
Yeah, I think there's something to say about a bowl of nice, fresh, ripe strawberries too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And what was yours, Michelle?
So I thought I had one. Then you went and threw food into the mix.
Oh.
And so now you got me all messed up. So I've got two.
Okay.
Okay, food and non-food, like Uber Eats and Uber Don't Eats. Because we all know that's a thing now. Okay, so
Yeah, I saw that last night on TV.
yeah, fresh baked bread. Every time, no matter what diet I'm on,
Just the smell
done.
of it.
Yeah, and
Right.
then in the spring, like I'm a avid mushroom picker. Like I look for morels every year because it's like the thing we do around here. But when you're out in the woods in the spring and it's rained and you pull the moss up from the earth, that smell of that fresh earth, I love that.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Freshly exposed to earth.
hippie girls.
I get it. I get that.
I like the smell of dirt.
I do. Definitely not a girly girl.
That's okay. I like the smell of feet.
With or without cheese.
What's the worst kind of gorgonzola? Yeah, something that really stinks. I like gorgonzola feet. What else would be disgusting as a favorite smell?
We should go back to the good stuff.
I was gonna go with day old curry.
Day old curry?
Actually, that smells pretty good.
I've got a test for you. I don't know if either one of you have a cat, but when a cat cleans itself, this isn't going where you think. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So let's say your cat's licking its back. Okay, and when it's done, go over and smell it. Okay.
I'm just going to say that's going to go directly on the list of things that I will never do in my life.
Okay. So it just, if you're petting your cat or whatever, or they got done licking themselves and they get up and they get in their face or whatever, it smells just like petrichor. It smells exactly like fresh rain on pavement. Just saying.
Weird.
I'll just take your word for that, Scott.
So,
Yeah, me too.
well, I got Mooch. You guys drop by anytime and sniff my cat.
I'm allergic to cats.
Let's get out of this discussion.
Wow. Can we go back
I was
to
gonna-
fresh baked brownies?
I was gonna add one for the worst smell. When I was
Oh.
a kid, we used to hunt a lot with my dad, and the smell of cleaning a pheasant just sticks in my head as one of the worst things I've ever smelled.
Oh, I was worried you were going to say it was one of the best things you smell. Like,
No. One of the worst
right,
things
we're
for
cleaning a
some
pheasant.
pheasants specifically.
Like
Yeah,
most
that's right.
creatures that die, they probably relieve themselves in some way. All right. Speaking of that, let's, Alan Milani, will you give us 4 things we didn't know yesterday?
I will do that.
Okay.
So, one thing you didn't know yesterday is the oldest living thing on Earth is likely seagrass living in underwater meadows between Cyprus and Spain.
Hey.
Fancy.
What does that
I thought it was our
smell
last
like?
2 presidents.
What does that smell like?
Fishes.
The last one, anyway. Damn, he's old.
Who's the same age as the last one before him?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Because that was a lie.
There was one president in there that didn't do anything for like 8 years. So, but he was like our first younger president in a long time. But he
Very
didn't do
long time.
anything.
No.
All right.
Well, that's not necessarily true. He was pretty good at dividing us. Sorry.
Oh no, that's
not sorry.
That's more points for you, man. Oh.
Anyway, number 2, during the Vietnam War, the American military used an estimated 50,000 rounds of ammunition for every enemy killed.
Whoa.
So they're about as accurate as stormtroopers.
Right. That's a bit of overkill.
But our
Literally.
but the American fighter planes had like something ridiculous, they would send up to one plane to mess with 3 or 4 others, and the others would just hang back. So the fighter planes, like if there's 2 MiGs, they're only sending in 1 F-16. The other, there might be 2 more behind them, but they just kind of linger. And the one goes in and takes out the 2, and they had like some kind of 4-to-1 kill ratio or something with the fighter jets. So way better than 50,000 rounds of ammo per person.
Our Air Force is pretty amazing.
Yeah. If you fired off 50,000 rounds and you ain't hit anybody, you should stop.
You could join the dark side. They don't have high standards.
Back to the range.
All right. You got more, Alan?
I do. TikTok was the most downloaded app in 2020 and 2021. WhatsApp was the most downloaded in 2019.
What's WhatsApp?
WhatsApp.
That's crazy.
It's a subsidiary of Facebook, I think. Yeah.
I think they're all subsidiaries of Facebook. He owns everything.
I know the women on the dating sites that like to catfish the old guys like me. They always want, you can tell when you're about to get catfished, because they always want you to go switch to WhatsApp.
I've heard of WhatsApp, but I don't even know what that is.
Catfishers hang out there. That's all I know.
It's the same as TikTok or Instagram. It's the same type deal.
You know how depressing that is for an old guy?
Oh, when you
When you
find
get
out that you're talking to another old guy.
Yeah. And he's just trying to get $100 out of me for nothing. It's a thing.
You poor guy.
I know.
Well, you should really be aware if his name starts with Prince whatever. He's not really a prince, Scott.
I don't know. It could be. I heard about the guy on the island.
Yeah, well.
In fact, we'll be talking about him later.
He's just trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
He just needs help spending his inheritance. Poor guy.
I saw some random YouTube animal videos. I was seeing if I could amuse my cat, put some animal videos on, and they kept whispering in each other's ears, "I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty," at random times of the video. It was hilarious. Just come up to the cat, "I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty."
Pass. All right, number 4. According to Vox.com, Rob Schneider has appeared in the most worst-ranked films. Adam Sandler is second.
You think?
That tracks.
It does track.
Well, and they're all in the same movies together. Or is it that any movie that Rob Schneider shows up and goes, "You can do it," is a failure?
Yeah. But you know what? They're still laughing their way to the bank.
Yes.
Right? I think that was on the list of 4 things that were obvious, not 4 things that
All right, Chuck, then what's the laziest thing you've done and you can't use anything from the past 6 months?
Oh, I was going to say the last 3 months of
No,
sitting down, not doing anything.
No, you got to, what's the laziest thing you've done?
Oh man, I've got some good ones for that. I'm gonna have to put that some thought into that one.
All right, well, tell us a couple stories, and then we'll come up with some.
God, I can't even think of anything off the top of my head. I
No,
wonder
the
what Alan
stories
has
that
to
are
say.
below on the cheat sheet.
Oh, there's a cheat sheet. Yeah, this one.
I was giving you an intro, dude.
Oh, see, I told you I was going to follow along, and I lied.
Okay.
I thought this was just for our banter. A TikToker went viral after sharing that she orders from Olive Garden on DoorDash, even though the restaurant is right across the street.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. User Danny posted on TikTok in which she reveals just how close the Olive Garden is to her house. Do you know how much trouble I would be in if Olive Garden was across the street from my house?
Just a constant supply line of breadsticks.
At least he's got an excuse, though. He can go, hey, I'm in a wheelchair.
Right?
Right?
Yeah. Oh. How far away was she?
It says right across the street.
Oh. What else does she say? Keep
Now
going.
Scott's
yes,
not
she
paying
says-
attention either.
Right. So she said in the video, I just saw a video where they said twice a year they splurge on getting delivery. Let me show you how lazy I am. She then flips the camera to show the restaurant a street away. That's the Olive Garden. I've gotten delivery from there.
I like this girl.
She also said, no need to hate me. I already hate myself for this. But so here's my take on this though, because to leave the house, even to just go across the street, you still have to put on pants. You still have to put on shoes. So it doesn't really matter if it's across the street or across town. You still have to put in the work.
I'm gonna one up her, and I'm gonna have lunch delivered from Sporty's.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like literally walking across the alley.
They're
they
gonna
still
love
deliver?
that. They're gonna love
All
that.
right. All right. Let's see how we're doing on time. All right, we got time. We got a whole crew for trivia today. This is going to be awesome. Before we get there, though, you have to put up with some extras. These are things Scott thought about in the shower and hasn't shared before. All right, this is for my shower last week. Exercising would be easier as an adult if we were socially acceptable to play tag or jump in mud puddles.
Why
I
are those
still-
things not acceptable?
Yeah, I still jump in mud puddles.
Do ya?
Oh yeah.
Okay. See the mud puddles out there in the alley?
No, not in these shoes.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Shoot.
I just bought these.
Well, they're all full of gasoline and oil anyways. It's the
Oh.
alley.
Yeah,
They're
still.
pretty.
I have boots
They have
for that.
rainbows.
You have boots for that?
Yeah.
All right, I was just making sure what you said. All right, one downside of having an identical twin would be if they decide to become a serial killer.
Oh.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Or a politician.
Oh.
Stephen King wrote a book about that, actually.
Oh. All right. Using your laptop to charge your phone is like performing a blood transfusion for electronics.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Again, can I share something real quick?
Uh-huh.
So last night my son, he goes, "Mom, I'm so excited. I figured out how to make sure I have endless battery." And I'm like, "Okay. What is this great idea?" He says, "I have my tablet and I plug it into the back of my computer. And then I have my computer and I plug it into the bottom of my tablet. And it's a circle of endless battery." And I'm like, "Oh, sweetheart." It was the best. But I couldn't let him go on thinking this. So I had to explain it to him. And he was
It's
just,
eventually going to wear down.
yeah,
Oh,
he
man.
was so just, I felt bad for popping his bubble like that. But
So he actually performed a blood transfusion with electronics.
Nice. It's like plugging the power strip into itself.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Why won't this come
won't
on?
this thing working?
Apparently, we've all done that. At least the three of us. Right. Unless they're dressed for running, people think adults running in public is weird.
Unless something's chasing you.
Well, yeah, but when you see some random guy booking down the street, you're like, what did he steal?
Wearing a three-piece suit.
Or in a what kind of suit? What?
A three-piece suit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's kind of spooky. All right, last one. It's sad that having real ingredients in food products is a selling point.
Yeah.
Made with real ingredients. Oh, great, because, yeah.
As opposed to...
Most things aren't. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Xylitol's an ingredient.
Everything came from something real at one point.
Well, they say isn't margarine got a small amount of plastic in it? Or it's one molecule away from being plastic?
Yeah, margarine pretty much is plastic.
Yeah.
And tastes just as good.
Yeah. Right up there
Your
with
taste
those
buds are off.
American cheese slices that don't melt.
Yeah. A cheese product?
Right.
It's not a cheese product.
Product or byproduct? Please tell me, because
cheese
I'm confused.
product. And what do they use to make fake cheese?
I actually know the answer to that question.
Can you say it on the radio?
Yeah. My mom used to work in a cheese factory when I was a kid. And so, like, the fresh cheese goes out to market, right? And it stays on the shelf until it gets close to its sell-by date. At that point, the grocery store sends it back to the cheese factory, where they then take the cheese, process it by cutting off any bad spots, and it all goes into a vat. This was in the 1980s. This is how they did it.
Okay.
It all goes into a huge vat, and they literally put about between 40 and 45% vegetable oil into it and melt it down and mix it together, and then cheese slices.
Cheese goo.
And Velveeta. And, yeah.
But Velveeta actually tastes good.
So maybe it has less oil in it, hopefully, because I happen to like Velveeta too. But don't tell my mom that, because she would kill me.
It's yeah.
I
Healthy people.
like the-
Healthy people won't eat Velveeta.
I like the Kraft Deluxe.
I haven't tried that.
Oh, it's good.
All right. I do have some cheese-related sound effects, though.
Kraft Deluxe, isn't that the cheese that like is always in a liquid form?
No, it's just slices. Only it
Oh.
doesn't have the plastic. And,
Oh,
and
gotcha.
it's
Okay.
a little richer tasting, but a little salty.
You pooped in the refrigerator. And you ate a whole wheel of cheese? How'd you do that? It's actually, I'm not even mad. It's amazing.
It's Chuck's dog.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Wow, what a dog. And one more.
It's your wife. I want the kids in bed by 9. I want the dog fed, the yard watered, and the gate locked. And get a note to the milkman. No more cheese.
That's a big problem. Right, Alan?
Yes.
You're awful quiet over there.
Yes.
All right, my last one before trivia. Signs you're a good person. All right, trending on Twitter. Hashtag signs you're a good person. All right, raise your hand if you're a good person and do one of these things. You leave cupboards open to make it easier on the next person in the house who needs something.
How's that being a good person?
It's thoughtfulness.
You leave at least one usable square of toilet paper for your coworkers.
At least one.
You always leave a penny and never take one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're not on Facebook. That's a sign you're a good person.
Oh, man.
Ouch.
You don't keep up with the Kardashians.
No,
Oh, yeah, there we go. We can raise our hands for that.
I do not.
I don't have
I think
time for all that.
everybody for that.
All right. I am so excited. I don't think we've ever had a threefer for trivia, have we? Have we? At least on Thursdays? I don't know.
I think once or twice, maybe.
Maybe? Oh, the sound effect won't play today. Will you sing it, Alan?
Uh-oh. No, sir. No, I will not.
It's trivia. It's trivia. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Chuck, for the song. Do it one
You're
more
welcome.
time. Because theme songs usually repeat. Okay. Here's Chuck
Well,
singing
then
the theme.
say that again.
Yeah. Say that again.
La 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 la.
I love that they're singing Christmas songs.
You know, one thing
he
I'm
went straight to anger management.
I'm noticing one thing that's different about Chuck after his return.
Just in general? Oh,
Yeah, he's just not keeping up like he used to.
I'm on a lot of
rusty.
meds, Scott. I'm on a lot of meds.
All right.
doing my best.
Hey, we missed this, and I think Alan Milani should do that so women everywhere will hate them. 6 things women are good at but don't know it. with Alan Milani.
Why would I want to do that?
I think you have to.
Oh, man. All right.
Okay.
More stereotypes crushed by research. Here's where women thump men. Number one is in parking. Researchers observed 2,500 drivers in 700 parking spots and found women outscored men in 6 out of 7 categories of parking. But when asked, only 1/5 thought they were better parkers than men.
It's because we always tell them they're not.
I know what that 7th category is.
I think you could probably take that metric and apply it to pretty much anything that men think they're better at than women.
Most likely.
What a couple of suck-ups you guys are.
Right.
Just realists.
Number 2 is handling job interview stress. Women deal with interview stress better because they're more likely than men to turn to friends and family for support and prepare more thoroughly for the interview than men. Men tend to ignore their anxiety.
Chuck might be onto something.
That tracks.
You
We're
know,
basically just animals with thumbs. So.
Hey.
when I originally read that, I thought it said they are more likely to turn on their friends.
I thought that too.
Right? Number 3, investing. Women are better investors than men because they don't take as many foolish risks.
I hate it when things make sense.
Number 4 is tasting beer. Not only do women have a better sense of smell, but they have more sensitive taste buds, meaning they're better beer critics.
Well, they're just more sensitive all the way around, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
Is that specific to beer? That seems like a very specific example.
Very specific, yes.
That is a specific example. Number 5 is staying healthy. The eating healthier thing is a no-brainer. Women tend to opt for more fruits and veggies than men, but they also have a secret. What? They also have a secret, women, that men don't have. Estrogen. Estrogen boosts the immune system, leading to a stronger natural immune system.
Yeah, I heard that. I've been taking estrogen for a couple months now.
Right. You know what? Brenda's been making me take vitamins ever since this whole COVID thing came around. And I'm pretty sure she's spiking me with estrogen. Now when I watch a movie, I bawl like a baby over movies.
Oh.
It's ridiculous.
And you never did that before?
I'm going to cry right now.
He's so sensitive.
Oh. No, it's something that happens as you get older. It happened to me too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I do that too.
Oh my God.
Man, we're all a bunch of crybabies.
I was literally thinking the same
commercial.
thing. I was thinking that last night. I'm watching this show with my son, and the mother says something about their child when they were younger or something. I'm like, what the heck was that? Like, it's not even a sad part. It's ridiculous. I'm like, it's.
You know you're in trouble when you cry at the commercials.
Dude, you know what's really bad? I cried in Avatar. I cried in the movie Avatar. I'm not going to hide it anymore. I'm not proud of it, but I did it.
I'm right there with you.
We like watching especially like the kids cooking competitions, and when those little kids get kicked off those shows and they're crying.
Man, that's harsh.
It's like, I like that kid. I want him to do better.
Is there something wrong with me that I laugh at that point?
Yes, Scott. Yes, there is.
First movie I ever cried at. I was trying to hide it. It was so embarrassing. It's when Spock died.
That's understandable.
It was Star Trek 2 when Spock died. Yeah.
When he got irradiated or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I was about 8 years old, and I remember crying at Dirty Dancing.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
I cried at Old Yeller, but who hasn't?
Right.
And Wrath of Khan is one of my favorite movies, and I've whipped that closing line that Dr. McCoy says to Captain Kirk as Spock's dying, and I used that about Biden when he got elected. I said, he's dead already.
Wow. And
Sorry.
you were correct.
Sorry, but it kind of looks like it to me.
I'll tell you what, they've done wonders with animatronics.
Wow. All right, your last one. I don't believe this one for a minute.
Negotiating the purchase of a car. Men have a presumed knowledge of cars and feel that's their edge up on a salesperson, but they're wrong. Women have an easier time leaving the car lot without buying, while guys tend to be emotional buyers and pick status cars. Oh, and men buy more toys, additional features, and upgrades.
Wow.
I see that. I could see that.
In all seriousness, I can see that these are all true. I don't like to admit to those kind of things, but
She's sitting over there like, duh.
all right.
Duh.
All right. Last chance. Will you sing it, please? The trivia song.
It's trivia. It's trivia.
Yeah. Cats and boots.
Like
and
that?
cats and
Give a little-
boots. Cats and boots.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and you will answer them immediately.
Oh, that's what it is.
All right. So there you go. We did it. Yay. All right.
It's all
First.
about bacon and
I'm gonna
biscuits.
be just as bad.
All
I'm
right.
pretty
First
sure.
trivia question. No cheating, new girl.
What? No, you can cheat?
No, you can't
No.
cheat. No scrolling down and cheating. All right, first trivia question. This famous dog's salary was $125 a week.
Benji.
Beethoven.
No, on all counts. Go further
Spuds
back.
McKenzie. Spuds McKenzie.
Further back.
Old Yeller.
Lassie.
A little forward now. Well, I don't know. Wait a minute. Now I'm confused. You
Marmaduke?
said Lassie. Further back than Lassie.
I said Old Yeller. For that far back?
No, in between Lassie and Old Yeller was.
Rin Tin Tin?
Further back than Lassie.
Now you're killing me. No, but it's another one like Rin Tin Tin. Girl in a dress. Little dog.
Little House on the Prairie.
Angry witch.
Oh, Toto.
Toto, there we go.
Oh, I was thinking about a TV show, not a movie.
That's a giveaway.
Toto got
Oh.
paid, huh?
And Toto got paid $125 a week.
Good for Toto.
Wow, big ballin'.
All right.
Ah.
What is the most common disease in the world?
Athlete's
COVID.
foot.
COVID.
That's probably
Not funny,
true
funny,
now.
not funny.
Allergies.
Oh, no, I haven't heard it yet. You have to go dig a little deeper. Most common
Diabetes?
disease in the world, and you wouldn't even really think about this as a disease.
Ooh.
Congestive
Bad
heart
eyesight.
failure.
Congestive heart failure. Let's see what else kind of hint. It's in your head.
Mental health disorders.
No.
Sinusitis.
What'd you say? No. And it's not.
Headaches?
And just to cut it, it's not stupidity.
That's-
Most common disease in the world. Oh.
That would take the cake.
All right. You'd see a special type of doctor for it.
Schizophrenia.
It's not the right answer, but I'm going to give that one to you.
All right.
Okay.
It's got to be some kind of a mental thing, right?
It causes bad breath.
Halitosis.
Halitosis?
Gingivitis.
I guess those all lead to this. Most common disease in the world is tooth decay.
All
It's kind of a
That's
tough
a
one, wasn't it?
disease?
That's what I said. It didn't sound like a disease.
No.
I think it's more of a condition.
Yeah, I would think
you
so
can't,
too.
You can't cure a disease with a toothbrush.
Can't you, though?
Can't
Well,
they?
in that case, I guess you can. but-
Well, what I've learned in the past 2 years is they can't cure any disease.
Fair enough.
Facts.
And if it isn't a vaccine supposed to mean you can't get it?
No,
That's exactly what
nobody's ever claimed that. It was that
Yeah,
it makes it less severe if you do catch it.
I know,
And
but
less,
that's the thing. They should call it a shot. Just
Right.
saying, not a
But that's
vaccine.
what that's what
I'm
vaccines have always
I'm
been.
vaccinated against a lot of things from being in school, but my parents got a flu shot. I'm just thinking. All right, I'll
Right.
quit. What classic
I'll
TV?
give you that.
What classic TV family lives at 4222 Clinton Way?
The
Oh,
Munsters,
no, but you're on the right path.
The Simpsons?
the Addams Family.
No, Chuck's still the warmest, though. What other kind of classic TV family was in that era, maybe a little bit before? Some of their episodes in black and white.
Bewitched.
Oh, you're so warm, you're on fire.
The Partridge Family?
Oh, you're even hotter. Oh, my gosh, she's right there. She's right there.
The what's their name? The Brady Bunch.
Marsha, you're right.
Oh, there
I only took 6 guesses.
Wow, you guys are like the worst at trivia. I thought with 3 people it'd be boom, boom, boom. Just kidding.
You're
Just
kind of
kidding.
asking questions out of
I
my
know.
age bracket
I
here.
know.
I'm digging. I'm
Oh,
trying.
you calling us old?
No, I'm
These
just
are
saying
just
I'm
random trivia
inexperienced,
questions. What are
okay?
you
I'm
saying?
not calling you old. I said I'm inexperienced. I have to think.
Don't tell us that.
It's the same thing.
60% of women want a man who will do this.
Wash
Change
the dishes.
their oil.
No, it's something to do with romance and a place that you might do it.
Oh.
Well, she already
not
said
that,
wash the
but-
dishes.
Is that a time for romance in your house?
It depends on how
Could
many
lead
dishes
to
there
it.
are.
Depends how you're wiping them. All right. 60% of women want a man who will do what? You would do this. Where they want you to do this is pretty important. And I don't know why women would need this, but 60% of them want a
not
man
pass
who will do
gas
Clearly,
in
I don't
public.
either because I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I can't even answer this one either.
All right. 60% of women want a man who will kiss in public.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm thinking like bathroom, laundry room, living room, kitchen. Man, you're very misleading, Scott.
I've heard of people that don't do that, but
Hey,
but
I should have
I
given
don't
you.
understand how they're in a relationship in the first place.
So we've decided to change the name of that from PDA to Showmance.
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 Oh, I like that. All right.
No, there's an acceptable range for that where it's
Right.
like too much is just annoying and not
And
enough
gross.
is frustrating. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
yeah.
it's-
You gotta find the right range.
all right. Like when the couple next to you in the nightclub's like totally mashing, you're like, come on.
Yeah. Or when you go out to dinner or you go out to a club and one of your exes is there.
Oh, and they're really mashing on somebody.
Ew.
Or what's even worse is you're
Where's
the
your,
one
where's
mashing on your
your
ex.
vomit sound effects for that?
I don't have the puke sound effect ready yet. Sorry.
That was perfect.
All right, extra points for the new girl. All right, showmance. That's what your points are for. Showmance. I like that. You're going to spend about 6.5 years where?
In the bathroom,
You're on the right path, but it's
In the shower?
Yeah, keep going.
in bed.
In Chihuahua, we do a lot less of this.
Uh-oh.
If you lived in Chihuahua your whole life, you probably wouldn't spend this much time in this
In
place.
a store.
Not in a store.
In a parking lot.
Are you just like hanging out in the parking lot? What are you in?
In
In
your car.
In your car. That's right.
In
Spend
your
average
car.
person spends 6.5 years in their car. And now imagine if you're a coastie like Seattle, you can up that to 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
easy.
somebody like Chihuahua, you can probably shave off some. Yeah. All right.
Except for all the time you have to spend driving back and forth to Spokane.
All right. This one, here's your hint. It's along the same lines. The first time someone tried to do this in 1903, it took 52 days.
Drive to the nearest city.
Go a step further
I
with it.
was gonna say
Drive to
climb
the
Mount
next
Everest,
state?
but
A little further. It took 52 days. In
drive to
19
Canada, drive to
They
Alaska.
can only drive like.
Cross country, Alan
Oh.
Milani. There you go. You were so warm, though. He stole it from you.
That's okay.
All right. You want to hate
In
on him?
1903, I'm impressed. That's not bad.
She's hating on you, Alan. 1903, when horses were faster.
What about all the wagon trains and stuff? Didn't that took longer? Those guys drove cross country.
They didn't. Well, I guess yeah.
It says yeah, but did they actually purposely go, I'm going to start in Chihuahua and go all the way to Maine?
I think
How-
they did.
how do
They
you know?
started in Philadelphia and went all the way to California.
Yeah,
True story.
I think that counts.
Oregon Trail.
girls.
Have you ever played that Oregon Trail game?
Uh-uh.
Oh, my kids love it. It's like you lay the cards out and you roll the dice and like somebody gets bit by a snake and then they die and then you take their stuff. It's fantastic.
You've died of dysentery.
Right. You drowned in the river.
I'll get
'cause
your
you didn't
boots.
roll an even number.
Wait,
Arr!
you guys have never played Oregon Trail?
Oh, I love it.
Uh-uh.
It
Are you
sounds
talking about
a
the
lot
old
like
computer game
of
or the
Survivor.
board game?
The board game, actually,
Yeah,
like old school.
Yeah, the original was the computer game.
Yeah, I
In
played
the-
that
in
in
the
high
80s.
school, but now they have it like you can lay the cards out and like you have to
Yeah.
build the road as you go with the cards.
We have that sitting right over there on the shelf.
Nice.
Based on Michelle's new information, we are disqualifying that trivia question. All right, let's end this with Spy the Lie. I'm going to make 3 statements. One of them's a lie. All right. First one, feta cheese comes from the milk of llamas. The original.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I hope that's a lie, because I eat that.
Wow, Chuck.
I'm sorry.
Way to ruin that bit for everybody. That's all I got to say about that.
You know, you start believing in this peace on earth, goodwill stuff. There's no telling how screwed up you're going to get.
Yeah. Chuck messes up your bit.
I have brain damage, okay?
I know this one. All right, it's not trivia night at the bar, buddy. All right, we're going to go to the break. We're going to thank our sponsors, and we're going to play a little news. And when we come back, we're going to have local birthdays. We might joke around some more. Yeah, we will. And wacky news. Stick around. It's Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7.
Would you mind saying that again?
Idaho?
That's frightfully interesting. We pronounce it Ohio.
The strain was terrific. And impossible though it seemed, he got an idea.
Don't forget, you can listen online too at kchw.org.
This is the Public News Service Daily Newscast, March 3rd, 2022. I'm Gina Tempesto. Ukrainians in the U.S. are getting support from groups across the country, urging the United States to take swift action to accept as many Ukrainian refugees as possible, including the Massachusetts Immigrant and Refugee Advocacy Coalition. More from Lily Bolke.
Massachusetts has more than 20,000 Ukrainian residents, and Governor Charlie Baker has said he plans to work with the Biden administration to help refugees resettle in the Commonwealth. Elizabeth Sweet with the Mira Coalition says it's so important to protect Ukrainians who are in the U.S. now without legal status from deportation as the conflict ensues.
That protection could be, for example, through the use of temporary protected status, which is a status determination usually given in some type of emergency situation. It would protect them from being sent back to Ukraine, given these circumstances.
According to the Migration Policy Institute, there are roughly 30,000 Ukrainian immigrants who would benefit from TPS. In addition, more than 100 recipients of DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, and more than 1,700 international students are from Ukraine. I'm Lee Bolke reporting.
Some U.S. politicians are calling on the Biden administration to ramp up crude oil production to reduce inflation-causing prices and the added burden of Russia's war with Ukraine. That puts states like New Mexico, a major producer, in the crosshairs.
Russia's invasion of its neighboring country has caused oil prices to surge. Riley White is an associate professor of finance at the University of New Mexico. He says depending on the length of the conflict, it also could put pressure on U.S. producers to ramp up crude oil production.
The United States right now is the largest oil producer. We have about 20% or so of the world's production. Russia is third. They have about 11%. And New Mexico is the third biggest oil producing state.
Texas produces the most oil in the U.S., followed by North Dakota. I'm Roz Brown.
Over the years, nearly 24 states have abolished the death penalty. In Ohio today, our reporter says efforts to end executions there have reached a historic point.
An invitation-only hearing will be held by the House Criminal Justice Committee today on legislation that would end Ohio's death penalty. It's the 5th hearing on House Bill 183, and the farthest a death penalty repeal bill has gone in the legislative process. Allison Cohen with Ohioans to Stop Executions says the measure has record bipartisan support.
4 Senate Republicans joining 7 Senate Democrats on the Senate bill, and 7 House Republicans joining 18 House Democrats on the House bill. I think that he will be surprised at how much support there is on both sides of the aisle for repealing the death penalty.
A fiscal analysis of the bill estimated it would result in annual savings in both time and resources for the Attorney General, the state public defender, county prosecutors, and courts. However, the Department of Rehabilitation and Correction would likely experience long-term increases because of the need to house certain offenders for longer prison sentences. Mary Sherman reporting.
There are currently 131 people on death row in Ohio. This is PNS. A Texas judge has temporarily blocked Governor Greg Abbott's directive for the state to investigate parents seeking gender-affirming health care for their children.
Several groups sought the injunction after Governor Greg Abbott directed the state's Department of Family and Protective Services to investigate the parents. That followed a non-binding opinion from Attorney General Ken Paxton that certain types of gender-affirming care constitute child abuse in Texas. Ricardo Martinez with Equality Texas spoke at a news conference on Wednesday.
I never thought that I'd live to see the day where people at the highest levels of power in Texas would actively attack innocent children and in the process disrupt the loving homes of families who are trying to do right by their kids.
The court limited the temporary restraining order to the plaintiffs in the case, but scheduled a hearing for next week to decide whether to block the governor's directive more broadly. I'm Roz Brown.
Connecticut advocates worry that an uptick in crime could lead to harsh policies that reverse reforms that divert young people away from incarceration. State Senate Republicans are proposing more GPS monitoring, among other things.
Car thefts in the state increased 40% between 2019 and 2020, although data show that young people weren't the majority of those cases. Hector Glynn co-chairs a work group on the State Juvenile Justice Policy and Oversight Committee. He says the uptick in crime connects to socioeconomic challenges exacerbated by the pandemic.
It's not unexpected that you're going to have greater antisocial behaviors. Prior to this, we were doing extremely well, learning how to deal with people who commit crime.
The draft bill includes GPS monitoring of young people arrested on violent crime charges while awaiting trial, along with needs-based scholarship programs for higher education. A Senate Republican spokesperson says Judiciary Committee co-chairs are expected to raise portions of the proposed bill, with public hearings likely starting next week. I'm Emily Scott.
Meanwhile, bills have surfaced in nearly 30 states to add restrictions on studies of systematic racism. South Dakota has its own versions in the works. Here's the story.
Today, a Senate committee will hear a GOP-led bill to prevent teachers from promoting politically divisive concepts. One example is individuals are inherently responsible for past actions committed by other members of the same race. Lauren Paul of the South Dakota Education Association calls the measure troubling, in part because the provisions are subjective and lack clarity.
I believe it will cause a chilling effect on what our educators actually teach in their classroom.
He says the state's Code of Ethics already offers a process for dealing with such matters, and this only adds confusion. The association also worries it would harm a student's ability to absorb certain subject matters. Bill supporters say they want to protect students from political indoctrination. I'm Mike Moen.
This is Gina Tempesta for Public News Service. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
This portion of programming brought to you by New Health.
New Year's resolution or not, at New Health they can help you on your journey to a healthier new year. From preventative exams, chronic disease management, acute illness, dental, pharmacy, and behavioral health care needs, they have you covered in 2022. At New Health, they're committed to promoting health and wellness within our communities by providing integrated, open-access health care for all. Their medical care teams offer in-person visits, curbside care, and telehealth visits. Schedule today for a new patient appointment. Curbside pharmacy pickup and mailing options are available to meet your medication needs. Curbside COVID-19 tests and vaccinations are also available. Contact New Health at 509-935-6004. That's 509-935-6004 to schedule today, or visit their website at newhealth.org for a location nearest you. New patients are welcome, and most insurance plans are accepted, including Medicare, Apple Health Plans, TRICARE, and private insurance. Get healthy with New Health in the new year.
All right, you happy, Michelle? I gave you a head as big as the rest of us. You had a little tiny head way back there. It just didn't look quite right. So now you're as big as everybody else, and I'm going to make myself taller. All right, I'm taller.
I got the chair for that.
They make shoe inserts for that, Scott.
Oh! We're back. It's KCHW 102.7. 8:33. We're running long because there's 4 of us, and we're all hot-winded today.
We'll be here till noon today.
Morning show's gonna drag on.
It's a brunchin'.
A brunchin'?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh, not
like
back to the
that.
food. All right. Birthdays today. It's Thursday. We have one, and it's Avery McLaughlin. All the applause. Oh, that's the wrong one. All the applause just for Avery. All right.
Nice.
Well, it looks like you guys changed places on Hollywood Squares, and now for this segment of the show, Alan Milani is in the top square.
Hey.
And Alan Milani, that means you get celebrity birthdays.
Producer-director George Miller from Mad Max is 77. Rapper-actor Tone Loc is 56.
Wow.
Julie Bowen from Modern Family is 52. David Faustino from Married with Children is 48. Jessica Biel is 40. Britney Spears' fiance Sam Asghari is 28.
Ooh, how old is she now? She's got to be in her 30s, right?
She's like, I thought she was 40.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I thought she hit the big 4-0.
Cougar.
Oh, wait, she's free. Never
All
mind.
right. Careful, you guys. She's growling. Send help.
Camila Cabello is 25. And Raylyn Castor from The Big Show and Me, Myself, and I is 19.
Isn't it just the big... Oh, I get it. The Big Show.
Right.
Big Show. It sounds like two different shows.
Yeah, I stumbled on that one.
Wow. All right, on to history. It's called It Happened Today with Chuck Richie. Welcome back, Chuck Richie. If you just joined us, Chuck is back. Yay.
I'm back. So, 1949, the first automatic streetlight was installed in New Milford, Connecticut.
I actually ran it.
Did you get a ticket?
First one. I did get a ticket back in 1949. It was $1. Sorry.
And a Coke was 5 cents, right?
Yes.
Yep. This day in 1953, the Academy Awards were first broadcast on television on NBC. Is that still a thing?
I think so.
I saw one a few years ago.
Who watches that?
No one.
Okay. I'm just curious. Who watches those? All right.
In 2005, millionaire adventurer Steve Fossett became the first person to fly around the world alone without stopping or refueling, touching down in central Kansas after a 67-hour, 2,300-mile journey.
Wow. All by himself.
Wow, and I thought my last flight to San Diego was bad.
We've gone a long way from that 52 days.
Right.
I like the fact that he was alone.
I hope he at least had extra peanuts.
And then I was thinking alone in the plane, flying all that way. Here you go. You know why?
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
Mustn't ask us, not its business.
He's not a favorite smell.
I'm just gonna go fly my plane, guys.
Gollum. All right,
I'll
sorry.
be back in 67 hours.
All right, Chuck, keep going.
In 2007, doctors in China announced that they had discovered a woman who washed the family's clothes while sleepwalking. She'd been doing it for 10 years. That's a thing I want to have.
Right? Talk about multitasking.
Wow.
Right? And you just have clean clothes all the time, and you don't know where they came from.
Yeah, it's like having a
That would be
laundry
fantastic.
fairy.
You always wake up exhausted with lint in your eyebrows.
Wow. In 2014, the world's largest virus to date was discovered in 30,000-year-old Siberian ice.
COVID-1.
Do they mean like scale-wise the largest, or like when you look at it in a microscope, the largest actual like virus? I wonder. They don't say.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be size. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Otherwise, how would they know? Otherwise, it'd probably take more than Siberia to figure that
What
out.
did one virus say to the other virus? Nah, keep going. I'm sorry. Keep
Catch you
going.
later.
That was perfect.
Nice.
I was thinking you have the Schwartz, but yours is bigger than mine.
Was it right? In 2020, with a win in 9 states, Super Tuesday revived Joe Biden's presidential campaign. That was a dark day for all of America, Republican
Right.
and Democrat.
Come to the dark side. We
But
have
they still haven't
Alzheimer's.
revived Joe.
Right?
Yeah. Last one.
In 2021, great apes at San Diego Zoo were given an experimental COVID-19 vaccine designed for animals after an earlier outbreak amongst the gorillas.
Huh. Did they get a say?
Right.
I don't think so.
None of the gorillas will hang out with the unvaxxed gorilla.
I think they took the mandate too far.
Yeah, it was mandated, or they had to go in a different enclosure.
I think that's why my hands are all messed up. I got the gorilla COVID vaccine. I got the one for gorillas. All right, real quick before I go to the next segment, people checking in on Facebook. We got Becky, Ron, and Carrie this morning. Thank you guys for listening, and some applause for you. There you go.
Yay.
Thanks for posting, you guys. It's awesome. All right, I get lost really easy. Bear with
If
me.
you count the radio, we have 3 more listeners.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Special events for today. Oh, it's Canadian Bacon Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, grab yourself a Canadian.
I mean, it's not bad, but do they have to call it bacon? It's ham.
Why do they have to put Canada in front of it?
I mean, really, it's
ham.
just ham.
Oh, man. It's just ham. It's just greasy ham. All right. It must be a thing about meat. It's Cold Cuts Day. Doesn't matter where they're from. Like Canadian Cold Cuts Day? No. All right. You guys got some extra Campbell's in the cupboard? Soup it forward. Soup it forward day.
All right, then.
I'm just going to spill some soup on somebody and call it good. Oh, oops, I do have soup for you. On your face.
With
No soup
noodle.
for you.
Just got some egg on your face.
Peach Blossom Day. But that smells good. We're back to our smell thing. All right.
That's what I noticed yesterday. My peach trees are starting to bloom. Or they're starting to get
nice.
buds on them. Yeah.
Nice.
You can grow peaches in Chihuahua?
Oh, yeah. They grow pretty well.
I had a peach tree in Valley.
Oh, wow.
I still have tons of peaches from last year in the freezer.
How many
in the
years?
jars.
How many years does it take for them to actually start making fruit?
Ours had fruit the very first year. We had like
Really?
3 peaches on it. Yeah. Well, we bought it from a nursery. It was like already like 6 feet tall.
Oh,
So-
mine was like 2.5 feet tall, but it's
Yeah.
like 8 or 9 feet tall now.
I have a friend who has a lemon tree in her house, and her house smells so good.
Really?
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. It's just,
One of the best
it's all
smells.
fresh and lemony. And it's funny because the lemon tree looks like something Charlie Brown would have grown. But yeah, it does. It looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but it's got these huge lemons hanging all over it. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We have a pear tree in our yard that's like 12 feet tall now that we planted 4 years ago, and it still hasn't produced pears.
I'm going to do this one. Scott would like to talk in third person today to creep you all out. It's talking third person.
It worked.
I like it.
It worked.
I like it.
It's working, Scott.
I know somebody that's all they talk in is third person.
I think Alan approves.
Chuck doesn't like it. Chuck's getting upset.
Michelle thinks Chuck should calm down.
Chuck's better now.
All right. Yeah, this new Chuck's kind of fun. All right. World Wildlife Day. All right.
Nice.
And National Anthem Day, but it's just for the Canadian National Anthem, which is really, really long. Have you ever heard them sing it? The O Canada?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they
Yeah.
memorize that.
I always get it confused with O Tannenbaum.
Okay. I have to say something really cool. I guess I think it was a hockey game that we were playing, America versus Canada, and the girl that was singing the national anthem, her microphone cut out, and literally everyone in the crowd, Americans and Canadians alike, like picked up right where it went off.
That's
and
awesome.
They all sang our national anthem. I thought that was really an awesome thing.
Very cool.
Ours or Canada's?
Ours.
Ours, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know a lot of people that know the Canadian anthem.
That warms my heart.
You know, you start believing in this peace on earth, goodwill stuff. There's no telling how screwed up you're going to get.
As someone who grew up in Alaska, at a lot of hockey games, I heard the Canadian anthem quite a bit.
All right. Sing it.
I have no idea.
Exactly.
I wasn't paying attention. I worked at the hockey rink. I wasn't necessarily a hockey fan. So.
Exactly. It's
I was busy before the games.
It's like the Idaho anthem.
They have an anthem?
Yeah.
That's my thoughts exactly. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Would you mind saying that again?
Idaho?
That's frightfully interesting. We pronounce it Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, potato.
We like you fried and baked.
Ooh, that was good. I'm going to make potatoes as soon as we get off the air.
Now I'm hungry again.
That's what I was discussing on the break.
I'm fancy. I like them julienne style.
Ooh. Like too many
I'm gonna make
hashtags.
smashed potatoes.
I do not like the scalloped potatoes, though. All right. Number for the day. Are you following along?
I am.
All right. It's Michelle Williams with the number of the day.
Yay!
That's it. That's all you got.
That's okay. Number 11. Hey, that's cool. That's my favorite number.
Okay.
Number of storage boxes in use in the typical American home.
Ooh.
That is a lie.
That
Is
those are
a lie.
rookie numbers.
Rookie
Like-
numbers?
Those are rookie numbers.
All right.
So, I don't know. I am an organization freak, so I've got like little storage bins. I've got more than 11 in my bathroom.
I was going to say, we have more than that in our bedroom.
That's what happens when you give women control of the storage boxes.
But you can always find everything.
Oh. So I've switched for this move, and I have that's all I have is tubs.
Right.
I think they're going to be easier to pack and easier to haul and unpack and know where you. So they're all in the giant, well, not the really big ones, but in the good-sized tubs with what's in it on the lid. So we'll see how it goes. I'll do a full report when I make it there, if I do.
We had a bedroom when we first moved here. We turned our bedroom into a library, or the spare bedroom into a library. We had floor-to-ceiling shelves all filled with books. The entire room was full of books. And then my daughter decided she wanted that to be her bedroom. And so we let her take the room, and now all of those books are in cardboard boxes in our bedroom.
Oh, you could use them for a platform for your bed and get rid of the frame.
That's a good idea, Scott.
There you go. You'll be getting smarter too because you're sleeping on books.
But then how are we ever going to read those books we're going to read someday?
Yeah. I was worried you were going to have some horrible story where the shelves fell off the wall or something.
No. Not that bad.
How many pounds of books did you put on the wall? All right.
Hey, I built them, so they're good.
Oh, yeah. You do good work. All right. Heading toward the end of the show.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
8:47 news time. We always start off the world of the weird with the news attack, where the first sentence is true and the second sentence is a bad joke. Written by Alan Milani.
Nice. Only the first one.
Only the bad ones.
Okay. All right. He doesn't write them. I just, got to blame it on somebody.
They're all bad.
Fitbit recalled over 1 million ionic smartwatches over burn risk because burning calories doesn't involve actual burns.
Were they made? You'd think maybe Samsung provided the batteries? Oh, that make you run faster. My Fitbit's on fire. My Fitbit's on fire. I could see it happening. All right, Chuck.
Good for you. It's not a flaw. It's a feature.
Put it on burn mode. All right.
Amazon is closing its 68 physical bookstores. I didn't know Amazon had bookstores. Huh. Yeah, they keep losing business to Amazon.com.
Oh.
They didn't think that one through.
No.
Take that, Amazon.
All right, Michelle.
All right. 4th, 5th, and 6th graders were asked what job factors would be important to them one day. 41% of the kids said doing something you enjoy is most important. I choose a job. Choose a job by how much room there is in the break room fridge.
Oh, is that why you came here? Because ours is empty?
Yeah, I can fill it up with all my snacks.
There's a really old bottle of water in there. We're not sure where it came from or if it's been previously opened. And no one touches it. Just one old bottle of water.
I prefer a full fridge with my coworkers' lunches to see what they have.
Everything is labeled not Chuck's.
Right.
Best
peanut butter and jelly.
Best water story here at KCHW comes from Jungle Jim. And he did this at one of our concerts. During intermission, he did a night of stand-up. Or a little stand-up skit, and he tells this story because I would do this thing because we had the water cooler at the time, and I would and me and Mooch didn't live here, and we'd put little cups. So I put little cups of water on the floor for the cat to have water. Well, Jungle Jim's telling this story. He goes, and I could never figure out why there's all these little cups of water around the radio station. So I'd pick them up and drink them because I didn't want the water to go to waste. He says, then one day Scott sees me doing it, and he says, that's the cat's water, right? And I couldn't figure out what the cat was doing with all the cups. Here it was Jungle Jim.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Didn't hurt him, so apparently there's nothing wrong with the little cat water. Just saying. All right. Researchers found adding a cartoon character on food packaging tricks kids into thinking the food tastes better. Oh. Coming on soon to my house, Honey Nut Brussels sprouts. Has a little bee taped to the package.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. And back to Milani.
Donald Trump's wall between Mexico and the U.S. has been sawed through over 3,000 times in 3 years. In Mexico, the TV ads for Black & Decker grinders use this as a selling point.
Oh.
Cuts through the wall in 30 seconds.
Sweet madness.
Is that a surprise?
It was a design flaw, apparently.
It's a feature.
Why don't they just go around?
What's a feature? It would be easy to disassemble for the end of his presidency.
Oh. All right, Chuck, keep going.
Okay. Fatty deposits may start to appear in children's arteries as early as 3 years of age. Ouch. With that in mind, American Pediatric Association says going from breast milk formula to cheeseburgers is no longer recommended.
Oh.
Sorry, McDonald's.
Michelle.
Smokers have a 1.5 times higher rate of injuries related to exercise than non-smokers. The most common injury is tripping while trying to step on a butt during a morning jog.
This is why I don't exercise.
All I can see in my head is like one of those at-home workout people. They're like trying to put it out on their treadmill and just doof, doof.
That's why I love exercising at home. I can smoke on the treadmill. By the time I'm done, I always want another cigarette.
You got your stationary bike.
All right, Kim Kardashian.
Beer.
Beer. I'm just going to get a helmet. Kim Kardashian says, I guess, is no longer married. Guess who's ready to join ABC's The Bachelorette?
Gross.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't find a bachelor for this year's show. No one applied.
Nobody applied.
Yeah, nobody applied at all. All right, on to the world of wacky but true. The entire stories are self-contained. And look at that. There's a story for each of us.
Oh,
nice. Oh, Alan Milani, you're up.
A man in Sweden who was trying to retrieve his favorite sweater got caught in the garbage chute in between floors. The man's wife threw out the sweater and the man went after it. He got stuck after sliding one floor down and was unable to climb up. Knotted bed sheets lowered into the chute by his wife. After his rescue by the fire department, the basement doors were unlocked for him to retrieve his now filthy sweater.
Oh, must have been a really nice sweater.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I like a good sweater, but none of my sweaters fit me anymore.
Oh, everything baggy, Chuck?
I mean, it's crazy. Everything's so big.
That's got to feel good, though.
That's how I feel when I shop in the grown-up section.
I have new sweaters coming tomorrow.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's you, Chuck.
Okay, speaking of things that are too big, Kelly Elkins arrived at the beach lounge in St. Petersburg, Florida, intoxicated to the point the manager refused to serve her. Elkins went to the restroom and came back out unclothed, which is a state she was still in when the sheriff's deputies arrived. I mean, this is like a normal Saturday night at most bars, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. They told Elkins to get dressed, and when she put on a hoodie but left it unzipped. When she was asked to put on pants, she allegedly refused, saying she was too tired. She was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct.
Oh.
No more leg prisons.
Yeah.
I know it sounds harsh, but God does not want her to live.
Sorry.
Wow.
That's one thing over the past few months,
Does
like
sound
in the hospital and losing all this weight and everything. My pants have fallen down more times than I can even count. Than I can ever remember in my entire life. It's been a thing.
Yeah, but it's different when you're doing it on purpose, Chuck.
I go to therapy and they like stand me up to put me in something and my pants fall down almost every time.
Hold
to the
on.
point where my therapist now holds onto my pants.
This concludes the broadcast.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This shouldn't have played. I don't know what happened. What'd you say, Chuck?
Oh, I was just saying it's to the point where every time I stand up in therapy, the therapist now holds onto my pants as I stand up.
So what I was going to play at the end of your statement was this.
I've got images in my brain I'll never get out.
A lot of people do.
Your therapist beat you to the punch and sent me that. All right, Michelle.
All right. When being healthy doesn't pay. Police in San Diego were called to a crash, and it isn't entirely clear what happened. An unnamed 28-year-old man was apparently mixing a protein powder drink using a knife while he was driving. His attention diverted and plowed into a parked vehicle, which caused a chain reaction with 5 more cars crashing. His airbags did deploy, apparently thrusting the knife into his neck, which he did not survive. None of the other drivers reported injuries.
Wow, that's the worst story we've ever did on Odd News. That's not.
Wow.
It's not even fun, is it?
No,
That's just dumb.
Where's the humor in that? Oh, it's right here.
Bring out today.
That's all I could find on short notice.
Wow.
I didn't say it'd be a good show. I just said it'd be a show, right? We didn't have any claims at the beginning of this that people should get worried about. All right, we've got one left, and I want to give the story away to Alan Milani. Alan?
Uh-oh. In Austria, a man stormed into a bank and started waving a gun. Too bad he didn't do his homework first, or he would have realized the bank was right next to a police station. Oh, well, why not make the best of a bad situation, right? So while the bank robber held police at bay, he took calls from customers and offered them loans. He eventually gave up and turned himself in.
I wish I knew that guy. All right. Last story, Alan Milani, and it goes with Al Milani's favorite sound effect.
I got my 2 hands up. I surrender. Come and lock me up. Here from
I played that song the other night when he got pulled over, too.
Oh, no.
It's on a continuous loop on my radio.
All right. All right, that was fun having 4 idiots in the studio today. That was your 3 amigos with a twist. The twist was our new station manager, Michelle Williams, waving to the camera, Michelle, so everybody that's watching gets to see you. Woohoo. You guys got to treat her like the boss, okay?
All right. Then.
No silence. Say yes.
Yes.
Chuck, yes, okay, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect, right? Yes, ma'am. Is that okay? All right. All right. Thank you for being here. Alan Milani, Chuck, Richie, Michelle Williams, and myself, Mr. Scott Allen. And thank you for being on the other end of it. A round of applause for all of us.
Yay.
And I will leave you with these important words.
Tell us we will die like dogs. What? Tell us we will die like dogs. You will die like dogs.
No, we will not die like dogs. We will fight like lions because we are the 3 Amigos.
If I am lying,
May God strike me down right now.
We represent the workers in all magical industries, both evil and benign.
Oh, all right.
Are you feeling at all degraded or oppressed?
A little. Well, we don't even have dental.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
And impossible though it seemed, he got